Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. 230. So if a husband divorces his wife irrevocably, he cannot after that remarry her until after she has married another husband and he has divorced her. In that case, there is no blame on either of them if they reunite, provided they feel that they can keep the limits ordained by Allah, such as the limits ordained by Allah which He makes plain to those who understand. The idea is that make sure after you divorce that woman, after the 3 talaq, and then you want her back, but that woman must marry another husband, another person, and that person must divorce her, then you can remarry her. This is just as a prevention, so that you cannot divorce, then okay, I want you back, okay, marry, then okay, divorce, I want you back, okay. So is Allah serve it as a limit, as a restriction. Otherwise people just divorce and marry, divorce and marry. When ye divorce women and they fulfill the term of their iddat, either take them back on equitable terms or set them free on equitable terms, but do not take them back to injure them or to take undue advantage. If anyone does that, he wrongs his own soul. You see how Allah protect women, Yet those people claim that Islam is against women, Do not treat Allah's signs as a jest, but solemnly rehearse Allah's favors on you and the fact that He sent down to you the book and wisdom for your instruction, and fear Allah and know that Allah is well acquainted with all things. When ye divorce women and they fulfill the term of their iddat, do not prevent them from marrying their former husbands if they mutually agree on equitable terms. This instruction is for all amongst you who believe in Allah and the last day. That is the cause making for most virtue and purity amongst you, and Allah knows and ye know not. The mothers shall give such to their offspring for 2 whole years, breastfeeding. If the father desires to complete the term, but he shall bear the cost of their food and clothing on equitable terms. No soul shall have a burden laid on it greater than it can bear. No mother shall be treated unfairly on account of her child, nor father on account of his child, and higher shall be chargeable in the same way if they both decide on weaning by mutual consent and after due consultation. There is no blame on them. If ye decide on a foster mother for your offspring, there is no blame on you, provided you pay the mother what ye offered on equitable terms. But fear Allah and know that Allah sees well what you do. If any of you die and leave widows behind, they shall wait concerning themselves 4 months and 10 days. When they have fulfilled their terms, there is no blame on you if they dispose of themselves in a just and reasonable manner. And Allah is well acquainted with what you do. There is no blame on you if you make an offer of betrothal or hold it in your hearts. Allah knows that you cherish them in your hearts, but do not make a secret contract with them except in terms honorable, nor resolve on the tie of marriage till the term prescribed is fulfilled. And know that Allah knows what is in your hearts, and take heed of Him. And know that Allah is of forgiving, most forbearing. There is no blame on you if you divorce women before consummation or the fixation of their dower, but bestow on them a suitable gift, the wealthy according to his means, and the poor according to his means. A gift of a reasonable amount is due from those who wish to do the right thing. And if ye divorce them before consummation, but after the fixation of a dower for them, then the half of the dower is due to them, unless they remit it, or the man's half is remitted by him, in whose hands is the marriage tie. After the remission of the man's half is the nearest to righteousness. And do not forget liberality between yourself, for Allah sees well all that you do. So here Allah really protect the woman's right, Guard strictly your habit of prayers, especially the middle prayer, and stand before Allah in a devout frame of mind. Here this verse in 238, there are some hadiths that state if you miss your Asar prayer, according to the hadith, Allah will delete 40 days of your good deeds. Okay. This is according to those who want to believe something else. We cannot blame them because they are fanatic. But Allah is of forgiving. Don't worry, Allah will not delete your good deed. For a simple reason, Allah is of forgiving. Then Allah also said that a single atom of what deeds that you do, whether it's good or bad, you will be rewarded accordingly. So there is no such thing as cancellation of good deeds. Okay, to Ahli Sunnah wal Jama'ah, please come back to the straight path. Do not believe in something else. Believe in Allah alone. If ye fear an enemy, pray on foot or riding. You see, you can even pray on foot while walking. You still can pray, or riding, as may be most convenient. But when ye are in security, celebrate Allah's praises in the manner He has taught you, which ye knew not before. Those of you who die and leave widows should bequeath for their widows a year's maintenance and residence. But if they leave the residence, there is no blame on you for what they do with themselves. provided it is reasonable, and Allah is exalted in power wise. For divorced women, maintenance should be provided on a reasonable scale. This is a duty on the righteous, Does Allah make clear His signs to you in order that you may understand? Did you not turn by vision to those who abandoned their homes, though they were thousands in number, for fear of death? Allah said to them, Die. Then He restored them to life, for Allah is full of bounty to mankind, but most of them are ungrateful. I remember a Christian said, "Oh, Jesus can raise the dead." See here now, Allah make thousands to die, and then Allah resurrect these 1,000. Remember, Christian, 2, 2, 4, 3. Allah more powerful than your single Jesus that have to pray to God to raise the dead, to raise Lazarus. Then fight in the cause of Allah and know that Allah hears and knows all things. Who is he that will loan to Allah a beautiful loan, which Allah will double unto his credit and multiply many times? Who want to lend to Allah money? This the Christian and the unbelievers make a joke about Allah. Oh, Allah so poor, need money. That is not what it means. It means who want to spend your wealth in the way of Allah, in terms of preaching, like you donate so that you can buy Quran, for the new convert, those are the things, Don't worry, Allah will pay you back 700 times, For every $1, Allah will pay you back $700, But the payment should be can be in kind or in future cash, Where suppose you are a businessman, you are a philanthropist, your business will not collapse no matter what, Allah will give you more business to you, so that you become more wealthy and wealthy. Imagine every $1 you give in the way of Allah, Allah will pay you back $700, for your future money, That means your future income is guaranteed and you will not go poor, That is Allah's promise. And Allah always fulfill His promise. It is Allah that give you one or plenty, and to Him shall be your return. Had you not turned thy vision to the chief of the children of Israel after time of Moses, they said to a prophet that was among them, Appoint for us a king that we may fight in the cause of Allah. So that's why the Jews were actually waiting for the Messiah, Jesus Christ supposed to be the fighting Messiah, He's supposed to be the warlord, but the warlord happened to be Muhammad, He said, Is it not possible if ye were commanded to fight that ye will not fight? But they are supposed to fight for themselves, but they are waiting for a king, to fight for them. How can a king fight for you? You have to fight for yourself, They said, How could we refuse to fight in the cause of Allah, seeing that we were turned out of our homes and our families? But when they were commanded to fight, they turn back, except a small band among them. But Allah has full knowledge of those who do wrong. Okay, I stop here. Thank you very much. To be continued, inshallah.